Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Filipina Des here. Have you ever wondered the differences between the Western culture and Philippine culture? Well, if you know some, then that is good. But if you don't have any knowledge, well, this video is must watch. I hope you guys will enjoy and learn from this one because it is very important to learn the differences between our cultures, especially if you are dating a Filipina. Let's get it on. Let's have the sports first. In the West, you guys have football and basketball. In the Philippines, though we have a national sport, but sadly, it is not something that Filipinos love to do. We are really engaged and we are really active when it comes to basketball. Since Filipinos are highly influenced by the American culture, so there are a lot of Western culture and Western stuff that we do a lot, especially this sport. And no wonder why there are a lot of Filipinos who are fascinated with NBA and also American movies. Let's have the birth control planning or contraceptives. You guys in the West, you have the morning after pill, but here in the Philippines, we don't have that. Though both of us, both countries, Western countries and Philippines, have condoms. It is not highly common here, and it's not really easy to access morning after pills since probably it is because of our religious organization. Let's have the pastimes. How do Filipinos spend their free time? Well, they say, according to a lot of people, gossiping is the number one pastime of a lot of Filipinos. And also, video okay is our way to entertain ourselves when it comes to birthday celebrations and celebrating family events. We use video okay to also to bond with others, spend time with our families and relatives and friends. In the West, I think you guys are more on the barbecue stuff, right? The Sunday barbecue, poker games, what else? Watching football, right? The next one is obviously rude and disrespectful. You guys in the West can call out this behavior, but in the Philippines, since a lot of Filipinos do this, it becomes our habit and it becomes common, and no one calls this behavior out. Well, some people can do it. I'm talking about tagging others who are not really invited to celebrations, meeting, and parties. If you are going to invite your Filipina to have lunch or dinner, and she might mention that or ask permission if she could bring her parents to the dinner and obviously eat with them, right? Expect that she will tag more people, not only the brothers or sisters if she has, but also the niece, the nieces, the aunts, some uncles, and some cousins. This can cause a lot of misunderstanding and arguments and tampo, silent treatment during the relationship or the dating stage because your Filipina might think that you are being too harsh or too mean because you called out something that is wrong. You have to explain to her that this is something disrespectful, not only in your country, but actually everywhere else. Because maybe she doesn't know that this is disrespectful since others are doing this. When it comes to eating, I've mentioned before that Filipinos use our hands. But of course, we can also use a spoon and fork. But you have to know that we don't use a knife when we eat. So in case that you will be looking for a knife when you are invited to someone else's house and because you want to, slice that steak or chicken or fish, well, guys, you cannot, you cannot get something like a steak knife. There's nothing like that in a common Filipinos house in a typical family. Those Filipinos who are above average might have a steak knife, a bread knife, like that. But normally, Filipinos, we use our teeth to tear the meat of what we eat. When it comes to eating soup, you guys in the West, you use your tablespoon, right? But here in the Philippines, it is very common to us to chug that bowl of soup. Like, we don't need some spoon if you don't have, right? But if we have, even if we have a spoon, we can still, uh, tilt that bowl and sip it directly from the bowl. And that is very common here. And that's not rude. I just want to add as well, Filipinos love coffee. We are crazy about coffee. A lot of us, okay, not really most of us, but a lot of us. And you guys though have coffee in the West. I don't know how you guys are, how crazy you are about drinking coffee, but Filipinos are really into it. No, it's like we cannot complete our day without coffee. And that's why if you notice, if you will come here, our supermarket have a lot of coffee flavors, not really the ones that's good, you know what I mean, like the ones really come from the ground coffee beans, but the ones with artificial flavors, it could be the reason. It must be the reason of the diabetes uh cases here. But what if you are in an emergency and you need to use the bathroom? Guys, don't expect of any bidet in any Filipino house, like the common ones or in the provinces, because what we have here is what we call tabo, na tabu. It's tabo. So it's like our dipper. And we also use the bucket. We don't use bidet. All right. So you have to expect as well that we don't have a roll of tissue paper. So you gotta bring your own. The last one for now is something that we are now got used to do and part of the holidays. I'm talking about your Halloween trick or treats and the Easter egg hunting during Easter Sunday or Easter days, right? Easter celebrations. Now, when I was a young girl, we don't have, and that's 1990s, like that. We don't have trick or treats. We don't have this Easter egg Sunday thing or Easter egg hunting, and we don't have Thanksgiving the time because people can only celebrate these holidays or celebrations if they have a family member who is a foreigner or Americans to be specific. In the past few years, a lot of Filipinos have embraced and accepted these foreign celebrations and activities. I think there is nothing wrong with them. And though Easter egg hunting is not really part of the Catholic activities, but still it is part of, the social thing that we do because we also have, we call it the day that Jesus has risen from the dead, which is part of the Lenten season. The Halloween trick or treats have become more common and more acceptable for a lot of parents as well, even they are religious. I guess it depends on the parents, right? Thanksgiving is not really part of our culture, but it could become part of a Filipina's life and celebration or milestone or family's activity if she is in a relationship with a foreign guy. And of course, Filipinos celebrate Christmas like you guys do in the West. Now, just a reminder, if you are planning to roast a pig or what we call lechon, or you have this budget to start or have a buffet or party or catering, make sure that you just invite the people you want to invite and remind them that they are not allowed to tag other people or to bring strangers to that celebration. And also, this could remind them that if they're going to tag those people, then it shows that they're rude and disrespectful. This is one of the problems that a lot of Filipinos do not realize, that just because something is common, which is very common here, and a lot of people do it, it means that is acceptable and correct. So, guys, that's all for now. If you want to share something about the differences in our culture, especially if you have been here in the Philippines before and you keep coming back, share it in my comment section. Thank you guys for watching this, and see you next time.